Mr. Hegseth, I do not believe that you are qualified to meet the overwhelming demands.
Pete Hegseth wants to run the Pentagon. He wants control of the nuclear football. But in his confirmation hearing, he couldn't answer basic questions about his own record. Senator Tim Kaine cornered him on invading an ally. Senator Jack Reed questioned his qualifications. When pressed on drinking on the job, Hegseth deflected. This is the man for the job. Here is exactly how he collapsed under scrutiny. Like and subscribe for full hearing breakdowns
Of this job.
The Department of Defense under Donald Trump will achieve peace through strength. And in pursuing these America First national security goals will remain patriotically apolitical and
classic deflection. Hegseth claims the Pentagon must remain patriotically apolitical and stridently constitutional. But he's built his entire career on political commentary. He's a Fox News host. He's written books attacking the military's woke policies. This is not a non-political figure. This is a partisan operative pretending to be above the fray. The moment a senator challenged him, his entire framework crumbled. He couldn't even maintain the fiction for a single answer. Let's watch what happened when that apolitical mask slipped.
stridently constitutional.
You said in your statement, you don't want politics in the DOD. Everything you've said in these public statements is politics. I don't want women. I don't want moms. What's wrong with a mom, by the way? Once you have babies, you therefore are no longer able to be lethal.
I've never disparaged women serving in the military. I respect every single female service member that has put on the uniform, past and present. My critiques, Senator, recently and in the past, and from personal experience, have been instances where I've seen standards lowered.
Would you?
And here comes the most shocking part, the contradiction that defines his entire worldview. Hegseth says he respects female service members, but his own words prove otherwise. He has explicitly said women shouldn't serve in combat roles. He said having a baby makes a woman not lethal. Now, under oath, he tries to rewrite history. He claims his critiques are about standards lowered. This is a dodge. He didn't say standards were lowered. He said women are the problem. This is not a respectful position. This is a disqualifying prejudice. If a service member made these comments, they'd face a command climate investigation and potentially a career-ending reprimand. For Hegseth, it's just a talking point he can walk back. Let's see him try.
Use our military to take over Greenland or an ally of Denmark.
Senator, one of the things that President Trump is so good at is never strategically tipping his hand. And so I would never in this public forum give one way or another direct what orders the president would give me in any context.
That sounds to me that you would contemplate carrying out such an order to...
So what happens when you ask a potential Secretary of Defense about invading an ally? Senator Tim Kaine asked Hegseth directly, would you invade Greenland, a Danish territory, a NATO ally? The answer should be an immediate no. That's the law. That's treaty obligation. But Hegseth couldn't say it. He called it never strategically tipping his hand. Let's be clear about what that means. It means he is leaving the door open. It means he is willing to entertain a military invasion of a close ally for a real estate deal. This is not strategy. This is a complete abandonment of international norms and alliances that have kept the world stable for 70 years. Kaine's follow-up was devastating. He said, it sounds like you are contemplating carrying out an illegal order. And Hegseth didn't deny it. He just sat there. That silence is a threat to every treaty the United States has ever signed.
Basically invade Greenland.
Many of your work colleagues have said that you show up for work under the influence of alcohol or drunk. I know you've denied that, but you would agree with me, right, that if that was the case, that would be disqualifying for somebody to be Secretary of Defense.
Senator, those are all anonymous false claims, and the totality
They're not anonymous.
The letters on the record here.
They're not anonymous.
On the record,
we've seen records with names attached to them.
Senator Kaine, or I guess I better use the senator from Virginia, starts bringing up the fact that what if you showed up drunk to your job? How many senators have showed up drunk to vote at night? Have any of you guys asked them to step down and resign from their job? And don't tell me you haven't seen it, because I...
Exactly as you just heard, the evasion gets worse. When faced with multiple on-the-record accusations of showing up to work drunk, Hegseth didn't defend his record. He didn't provide a single denial that held up. Instead, he launched a whataboutism attack on the senators themselves. How many senators have showed up drunk to vote at night? This is the defense of a man who has no defense. This is not accountability. This is a counterattack. Think about the double standard. If a senior NCO or a junior officer was accused of showing up to work intoxicated, they would face a court-martial, a dishonorable discharge, and potentially prison time. For Hegseth, it's just a false claim he can wave away. And when the senator pointed out the allegations are on the record, not anonymous, Hegseth pivoted again. He attacked the integrity of the very people who would have to confirm him. This is the temperament of a man who cannot handle scrutiny. And the worst part? He's not done yet.
No, you have.
I don't want a long answer. Yes or no. Have you led an audit of any organization of which you were in charge?
Senator, in both of the organizations I ran, we were always completely fiscally responsible.
Yes or
with the
no,
money
did
that
you
we
lead
had.
an audit?
And the way
yes
my
or
leadership
no,
has
did you lead
been
an audit?
stated
Yes or
has
no?
been completely
What are you afraid of? You
mischaracterized.
can't answer this question. Yes or no, did you lead an audit? Do you not know this answer?
Senator, every
Yes or
part
no?
of my leadership
Yes
of these
or no?
organizations,
Yes
has,
or-
I'm not a perfect person, but redemption is real. And God forged me in ways that I know I'm prepared for. And I'm honored by the people standing and sitting behind me, and look forward to leading this Pentagon on behalf of the warfighter.
And here is the final damning image of this hearing. A simple yes or no question. Have you led an audit of any organization of which you were in charge? Any competent executive can answer this. Hegseth could not. He rambled about fiscal responsibility. He claimed his leadership was mischaracterized. Senator Kaine asked him 3 times. 3, and each time Hegseth dodged. Finally, he abandoned the question entirely. He fell back on God. He fell back on redemption. He said he's not a perfect person. This is the ultimate evasion. When you cannot answer a basic question about your own professional competence, you have no business running the Department of Defense. A man who cannot lead an audit cannot manage a $1 trillion budget. A man who deflects on drinking allegations cannot be trusted with the nuclear codes. A man who won't rule out invading an ally cannot be Secretary of Defense. Pete Hegseth is a candidate who dodged every question, contradicted every principle, and proved every accusation against him is credible. We cannot stay silent while this happens. What do you think? Should someone who can't answer a single yes or no question be handed the keys to the Pentagon? Let us know in the comments, and like and subscribe so you don't miss the next hearing breakdown.